Welcome back to Woodcraft716.com. I'm Mike Weibel, and on this channel we build awesome projects with inexpensive tools. Today we're going to be going from this to this storage. Check this thing out. We got 3 sliding doors that all overlap. The center door just slides over all the other doors. Each one of these doors will slide. The outside doors will slide behind the middle door. The main reason we wanted this storage area was because all the stuff on the pegboard would get covered in sawdust from the miter saw. So hopefully with these sliding doors, that'll take care of the problem. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon so you're notified of any new content we have coming up. So let's get right into it. So I've gone ahead and cleared out all the pegboard. I extended my deck here probably about 20 inches just so it reaches the wall. I don't know why I never did that when I built it, but I extended that and now we're going to put our cabinet here. I've gone ahead and cut a 1/2 inch piece of plywood and cut out the outlet, and I'm going to install this back piece. So I'm just fishing through the outlet. The power is off, of course, and we're just going to put the plywood up and start putting some screws in all the way around, top and bottom. Sweet. Now we've gone ahead and cut both the sides, put pocket holes in the back, tops and bottoms, and we're just going to attach them both. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is get on to making the bottom pieces. They're going to be the same width as the top and the sides. Normally I would have made this whole bottom out of one piece, but since I'm using some scraps from around the shop, I didn't have a piece long enough. So I cut these 3/4, the same width as our sides, and I'll have the seams land where I'm going to put a divider, and you'll never see it. So I'm going to go ahead and screw these down. We have our dividers set and our pocket holes in our dividers. We're going to go ahead and put these in. And now these things are in there good and tight. Now I just got 4 shelves cut. 1 shelf for this bin, 2 shelves for that bin, and 1 shelf for the last bin. I'm going to go ahead and put the pocket holes in those and get those in. If you can make your bins all the same size, that's a good idea because then all your shelves will be the same size. My problem is I have an outlet right here and I don't want to move it, and I'm going to use it for a charging station. So I wanted to point out that I made this cut so if I have my long bit on here, I can still stick it in my cabinet. I also put a couple holes in each of the dividers so I can run an extension cord down if I need one, say for a power strip. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the shelves in. Okay, I've just gone ahead and put some spacers in here, put the shelf on top of it, and we're going to go ahead and pocket hole screw one side of it. Then we're going to go ahead and put our level on it and do the other side. Just like that. And now you can see this thing's really starting to come together. Okay, now we cut 2 strips as long as the cabinet and 2 strips as long as the sides. We're going to go ahead and put 2 rabbets in, about an 1/8 inch wide and about a 1/4 inch apart. I have the blade set to 5/16 and keep making our tracks a little bit wider. Now we'll just move the fence a little more than a 1/16 away from the blade and run them again. Now we'll go ahead and do that one more time and make our groove a 1/4 inch. Just like that. Then we're just going to go ahead and hit this edge with a chamfer bit. I'm just putting the chamfer bit on because I have this detail on the top and face of all of my cabinets. Cool. Now we're just going to take our sanding block and round off the edges on the tracks. We want to make sure that the door slides good and easy with no hang-ups on this. So we're just going to sand the whole track, rounding off the edges so that our doors slide real nice. So I just have these 1x strips that I want to face off the front of the shelves with. I've cut them to size, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the router detail that we have on the rest of the bench. Now that the shelf faces are all routed, we're going to go ahead and glue them and brad nail them on. Alright, I've gone ahead and cut this to length. Now I'm just going to glue it and brad nail it in. I think that's pretty good. Okay, I've cut the top piece to length. I'm going to glue that, clamp it, and brad nail it. I'm going to pay close attention to line up the corners. Alright, while the top here was drying and clamped up, I went ahead and put a power strip in the back here. I also drilled some holes in the back along the shelf. This is where I'm going to put my drill chargers, and I'm going to stick the extra cord through that hole, just like I did up here for this power strip. Now I've cut the bottom rail to size. I'm only going to glue it along the face of the bottom shelf. Then I'm going to squeeze it up tight and brad nail it. I'm going to start with the bottom track a few inches away from the bottom shelf. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on, grab my doors, put them in the top track and then the bottom track as we try to slide it forward. It takes a little fiddling around, but it's not hard to do. And of course, I forgot to glue it, so I have to take it all back apart. Getting good at this. Okay, let's try this again. Just like that. Alright, the last thing we're going to do before we load this up is just glue this on, and I'm only going to brad nail it at the top and at the bottom in case I have to pry this off too. Because these drawers will slide out, I'll just have to take off the miter saw. But if I had to, I could do that. And there you have it. This thing is done. We had some pegboard on the wall, and the problem was, it's also my miter station. So I would get sawdust all over the stuff on the pegboard. Hopefully this will cut down on some of that. And we still have plenty of room between the cabinet for a couple pencils and our tape measure. So we're in good shape. So I have the middle door as the front door. And it just slides in front of the other one. I can get to anything I need on my shelves. Close her back up, and I don't have to worry about sawdust getting in there. I got my drill storage on the side over here. I have my power strip, a couple chargers, and my drills. I got a little magnetic tray here for all the commonly used drill bits. So I think this is going to work out pretty good. I got a little bit of space in case I add a drill or two. And in the middle section, I have some of my electronics, a few odds and ends up here for the camera. Then I have my adjustable feet and tabletop fasteners, the rubber feet I use for cutting boards. Then I got a couple wood burners and my logo maker. So then up here I'll just be keeping some of my Craig stuff and my glues and of course bench cookies. So these are the types of things that I just keep getting covered in sawdust that I just wanted to put up where they stay a little cleaner. You know, my batteries and charging stations, stuff like that. And I'm sure over time I'll rearrange this, maybe put some drawers in, who knows. But for now, I think this will serve its purpose. If you got any value out of this video, subscribe, like, and let me know in the comments below if you're in a small shop and you don't have a dust collector, how you keep your stuff dust-free. And remember to always create and inspire. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.